Music to me is amazing because it's one of the last arts where you can almost say whatever the hell you want, you know, and you can almost be yourself anywhere and people accept it. Where any other thing, people are always like trampling over everything you want to do. Where music, they kind of try to, and it's still controlled. It's still an industry that's controlled by the same people who control the media, but they still have the way they control it is they control distribution. They can't really control your art. You know what I mean? They can't control what you make. They can just control how much money you make off your shit. I'm not a singer. I'm not a guitar player who's singing. So for me, my role is I'm in the back most times. So, and I think that's a blessing too, because a lot of people who felt like me are not necessarily here because they were singers. You know what I mean? They wouldn't let people take away their art. They wouldn't let them dictate, you know, how they use their art. You know, I feel like with the world in balance, I feel like some people, this world is completely out of balance. And, you know, I think music is like one of the last things where you can be political and, you know, and run around the world doing it, you know, without getting your fucking passport took. So, I don't know. It's real weird to watch what's going on in the world and think about what I do, because I travel and, you know, it's real easy to find me, you know what I mean? And, you know, all the people I looked up to are, you know, most of them aren't here. So it's weird. It's weird to just be here, like really awake, you know, and really understanding what's going on, and just sit here and be like sitting around people who aren't, or they pretend not to be, and they just are crazy. And you're sitting there and you're, you know, it's almost like a tool. You know what I mean? It's almost like, what do you use this tool for? Do you use this tool to fucking buy shit? Do you use this tool to sing about bullshit? Are you using this tool to like be a satanist or a fake satanist to get on? Are you like rapping about cars and money and hoes and shit? Are you like, you know, talking about peace? Are you know what I mean? I don't really have to talk. You know what I mean? So I can stand for something without having to put myself as a target. I still have a lot of thoughts, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I feel like it has to be a way to repair this goddamn world. So I sit there and I'm boggled with that idea. I'm boggled with the idea on, and I can't start with the world because it's such a big place. So I start with my own community. You know what I mean? I'm boggled. I'm like, all right, I live in Richmond, California, one of the most craziest hoods in America, right? It's the hood, you know? And I'm from there. I'm from Oakland, but I'm from Richmond now. It's like neighboring cities. I'm born in Oakland, always in Oakland every day, but I live in Richmond, right? So I'm in my mind trying to figure out how to repair my community, how to fix my community, how to uplift the people in my community. And that's not just one culture or race. It's Mexicans, Asians, black people. And, you know, I'm trying to figure out how to be a better person. And I feel like God put me in a position that he necessarily didn't put everybody in this position, or your position, or anyone else's position. So in your world, I feel like, you know, being in this world, it might not be your duty, but it probably is a good thing to figure out how to repair your own community in a way that is positive. And so a lot of times when I'm on tour, that's what I do, especially on this one, because I got so much time. Majority of people on this earth, on this fucking earth, are faith fanatics. They use no rationale. They're faith fanatics, and I get it, but God is so smart that he puts himself in our essence. He puts himself in everything that is us. That's why the earth bleeds. The earth does everything we do. That's why Avatar the movie was so amazing to me. I'm like, dude, that's basically what it is. We are affecting the trees. The tree is Oakland's symbol. You know what I mean? It's the symbol of Oakland. The trees are so fucking important. Our fucking breath, our fucking air, all this shit, we affect each other. You know what I mean? That's why I'm sitting here telling you how important all this shit is to me. Not because it's that important to me, because I don't give a fuck. It affects all of us. It affects the next generation. It affects us as a people. It affects how we move, how we think of life. If you're a modern drummer and you putting a dude on there because he fucking plays with the biggest band, is he really a modern drummer, or he just playing with a goddamn band? See what I'm saying? So that's why I talk about what I'm talking about, because I fucking think about it and use rationale. I'm not a faith fanatic. I believe in faith in some things, but I feel like, I don't know, man, I'm a realistic person, you know, when it comes to certain things. So it sucks, man. It sucks to just, you know, be a part of it, you know, and feel like if people didn't write me and say, bro, I'm doing this because of you, or you're inspiring me to death, or this, I would never even talk about it. But the fact that I have these kids come up to me and, bro, they'd be like, what kind of pedal should I buy? Like all the time, like every other day. How do you have your pedal sorted? And I'm sitting there and I'm talking to them. I'm like, listen, dude, no one on that roster plays that fucking pedal like me. I don't give a fuck. Well, I'm gonna really tell it. You know what I mean? I fucking play the shit out of that pedal. I sat there and spent a lot of time at it. I don't feel the need to be like, I don't play the pedal that great. It's just all right if I'm spending hours and days and months trying to do something that just focusing on one fucking thing. Like, you know, I fucking strive real hard. You know what I mean? I'm like, can I get a little bit of love? Goddamn, like, it's crazy. I got all the rest of the world feeling it, but my own people, they looking at me like I'm crazy. People almost have the inclination that they need to play with Eros or play with the Mars Volta to succeed. So what ends up happening is the art form gets suppressed. Suppressed because no one is striving to be an individual. Because if you're an individual, you know, if you're individual, less individual musicians who are just an artist, that's a drummer, less of them get any kind of props. One thing about the drums, especially in the shows I'm playing, is that they want to hear power. So I got to be back there. I can't be out back there being a little pussy back there. I got to really be playing like I'm playing. So I try to warm up and just like have a good mix. I try to eat. I can't play unless I eat some food because I don't feel like I have energy. And that might be a mental thing. But I don't know. I don't think I could think or something. It's like my mind shuts down if I don't have food. So just that. I'm pretty regular. You know, I might look on my phone, look at the internet or some shit. I think the most important thing for a drummer to do is be able to keep time. It ain't nothing worse than a dude who got all these chops, who's speeding up and slowing down and like can't play with a click. Like right now, like you can pretty much sound like ass. But if you can keep time, you'll have a gig. You know what I mean? Like, look at the White Stripes. She ain't the best drummer in the world, but she can keep time. And she sounds good with that band. And so she works and she's doing her thing, you know? And I respect that. You know, I think it's all about keeping time, man, being able to play a beat. You know, people go and get all technical. I think that's cool too. You know what I mean? It has this thing. And that's a lot for the people who are like me, who have a bunch of time on their hands. Like, you have time to sit there and fuck with the bass drum forever. You know what I mean? Some people don't have the time. So if you're just trying to play drums, just play the goddamn beat. Play drums. Play, you know, a beat. I didn't know who Eros was at the time. When they told me what it was, I was down to do it. I like the whole idea of expanding, you know what I mean? Being able to play with people all across the world, you know what I mean? And like, I knew that it was, I knew that they didn't speak English. I knew it was Italians. So it was like, I was really interested, you know, what was it like to, you know, play music that's not in English? How would I learn the songs? Because I can't identify with any of the words when you're first learning it, you know, because I don't speak Italian. So I had to like figure out how to even remember the songs. Or if they're like calling a song out of nowhere, they like change the set in the middle of the set and they're all on the microphone telling me what song it is. It was kind of like practice on my my memory skills and my I don't know, it was a different kind of practice. So I feel like when you're playing and it's righteous music, you feel way different than when it's non-righteous. So in these halls, playing with Eros is amazing because I'm seeing all these ladies crying and like losing their mind because they've been in love with Eros, and he's talking about heartbreak and love, and you know, that energy is strong. Love is what the world needs. Love is what we don't have. You know, love is absent from the world majority of the time. So it feels good being in here playing. Sometimes it's harder just because I'm used to playing more technical music, but it's the feeling, the vibe, the feeling of the people. It feels better. The people who come to the shows, you know what I mean? They are warm and they're fucking cool, and it's like I understand it, you know? And it's not, even if I don't speak the language, I understand it because love is real. You know, romantic love is a little different, but I understand the idea of love.